Hello there, my name is Ben. I just wanted to talk to you for a moment about this studio and what's about to happen to it. Now, I've been in the studio on and off for about 12 years, and it's a series of 4 rooms, and this is the main room. But it's small. This is a small studio, although almost everything you've heard has been recorded here to date, except the Two Lost Boys drums. And any of John from Portrait's drums, they've all been done over in the States, obviously. But everything else has been recorded in this room, from drum kits to quartets, cello, piano, everything in this room. Oh, there's another piano room there. But everything has been done here, and I've added and taken away and subtracted and divided the room as well for 12 years, for the best part of 12 years. But it's finally got to the point where this room is too small, or this series of rooms doesn't fit what I need it to do. So I'm moving, and I'm moving in, well, it will be ready, my next studio, which is being built from the ground up by November. And I'm really, really excited for it. And I've kind of codenamed it The Church for now, and not religiously, but from what I've seen, the architect's plans make it look a little bit like a church, although it may end up looking not completely different, but it may not look like a church by the time. Anyway, but it's being built not far from here. This room will go to someone else will rent this room, and I'll have a brand new space to create stuff and music and everything. So this system will come with me because this system is beastly. It's one of the best old generations of Mac Pro with a HDX2 C24 desk system and all my outboard gear. All this stuff is coming with me, and so basically the new rooms are this studio width wise. This studio is 9 or 10 meters long, regardless of the little kind of partitions, by I think 4 meters wide, maybe a bit more. So it's 5 times the length with 2 floors. So it's going to be big. It's going to be a big studio, and it's a bit wider as well, width-wise as well. So it's a lot of room to fill, but John's coming here. If you haven't watched the Portraits video, John's coming here in November, so I need the shell, and I need a studio by November, which is not going to be easy, but we'll make do. So it's going to have a control room, toilet, kitchenette, all that kind of stuff, but a control room like this room will be there but different. I've got some new speakers, big speakers coming in, a TL audio valve drum bussing mixing desk thing that's going to be sitting in there, with a big window looking forward into a live room, because I don't have I have a drum room right now which is next door, which is new last year, but it's not big enough, but I'm going to barely use it now anyway. If I need to record drums, I record we've been using the Fish Factory a lot at the moment, but record somewhere else basically. And no more will we be doing that, no longer, because we'll have our own live room. So wooden floors, floating wooden floors with actual battened walls, adjustable ceilings, so they actually come up and down on remote control, which is really cool. That's something that I've been pushing for a lot with this architect. This architect was like, he's never done that before, and it will be so. So I'm even if it's just a portion of the ceiling that can be maneuvered to, basically, around the drum kits sound amazing with really high ceilings, and they sound amazing with really cramped ceilings as well. So it'd be nice to have the option of both, because like Quiet One would sound really weird drum wise in a huge room, but sounds really good, like really intimate and isolated. So I'm really pushing to have that control over the parameters of the room, and then things like a lounge, a bedroom and stuff up there as well, because I'd like it to be semi-residential. But so it's a brand new room, and I'm really excited because, again, I've been here too long. I spent probably 1/7 of my life in here, and that's too much. I'm not particularly invested in this room or series of rooms, and although it's changed a lot over the years and I've kind of made it how I want it, I'm not attached to it at all. And I'm very ready to get attached to something purpose-built for my needs. So I don't know if it's something you'd be interested in seeing the actual building process of, because I've never seen a studio build being built from the ground up on YouTube. I'm sure there probably are people, but I've never watched one. And I just thought it might be quite an interesting endeavour, you actually watching the process and the decisions and why we're doing the things that we're doing. And because there's quite a bit going on at Hurt now. Hurt's finally making... I'm not comfortable with Hurt, like I couldn't live off it forever, but it's making enough to do these kind of ventures, doing these kind of adventures as well, and or at least helping to do that kind of stuff. And the main problem with, like, when I think of doing an album now, I know in my mind that I'm going to be spending thousands of pounds, just like the Two Lost Boys, recording drums. You know, even if I was the drummer, I'd still need to find a space, engineer, decent desk, and decent room. You know, that's kind of the space, I guess, but a decent room. And the Fish Factory's been really good to us, but it's like £2,000 a pop, or £3,000 a pop. I can't, maybe it was even more than that for the drums, for the Two Lost Boys. But that's a lot to spend immediately before you've even done or even released anything. It's quite a lot. I think we made that back already, but that's not the point. The point is, I don't want to start a project and then immediately think, fuck, my wallet's about to get raped because we need to do some drums. That's exactly the opposite of what I want to do. So having my own space, and there's this really cool idea that Tim came up with, because Tim's helping with this space, which is like having a wall of amps that you don't necessarily see because they're all behind sliding doors, so that they're kind of raised up, so the amp bottom would be here and the amp would go to the top, so you're not having to bend down every time you need to put a mic on them. They're all pre-wired in the walls. You just open these sliding or doors or whatever they are, and suddenly you've got an amp in the wall ready to be mic'd. Like, it's already done in the live room, in the wall. That's such a cool idea. That's such a cool idea. And there's a few things like that as well that I just think, I've never seen that. Like, Tim's good. Anyway, that's just something I'm really excited about. So I wanted to share it with you because I've been here long enough, and I've moved from here twice before, both unsuccessfully, because I moved to places that were not purpose built, and this wasn't purpose built for a studio. It's working, but to have something from the ground up built purely for my recording endeavors is just going to be amazing. Having a Steinway in there. Oh, I'm just so excited. It's going to be really good. Anyway, guys, if you're interested in seeing some of that building process, because it's going to be relatively soon now, then let me know, and I'll take this whole camera out and record some stuff for you. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.